Welcome to the 2024-25 high school basketball season. And tonight here at Bella Vista High School, the Lady Broncos begin their campaign with a non-league matchup against El Dorado High School of Placerville, making their way down the hill in the harrowing weather tonight, as it's been raining all day here in the Sacramento region. BV coming off a 7-20 season last year, 1-11 in the conference. They did beat Casa twice and Del Campo once. So the one thing they did secure last year was the bragging rights against their closest rivals. But tonight it's a team from El Dorado County and the Placerville area. Broncos returning 5 players from last year's varsity, led by record-setting Ellie Tomei, who hit a school record 93 three-point shots, 94, don't want to shortchange her, 94 three-point shots last year and averaged 17.4 points per game. Paige Hackman, Audrey Rugpala, Ava Jensen, and Mackenzie Dean are the others who also suited up for the varsity last season. The Broncos tonight take on an El Dorado team that went 16-12 last year, including a win over Bella Vista, reached the first round of the Sac Joaquin section playoffs, and they return 9 players from that varsity squad. So they've got a lot of experience. It'll be a big challenge for the Broncos tonight, but they would like nothing more than to roll into Thanksgiving week doing what the freshmen and JV have already done tonight, and that's win on their home court. And we've got it for you right here on BV Live Sports. Hello, everybody. George Tharlson and Scott Hackman. Welcome to the 2024-25 basketball season here at Bella Vista High School. The Broncos, again, would like nothing more than to get off to a great start with the regular season, beginning tonight with this win and a win over this El Dorado team tonight. Coach Becky Stewart is in the second year of her second stint as the Broncos head coach. She tells us she has a young team. 7 of her 12 players are seniors. One of them is injured and won't be able to play for this season. 4 of those seniors played JV last year. 2 returners are juniors, which means they played varsity as sophomores. And there is a freshman, Bridget Nielsen, that I'm very much looking forward to seeing play tonight. And Scott, as we look at this team again, we worked a couple of games last year. We definitely got the Ellie Tomei experience, which is a great thing. And we're looking forward to another year. Can she hit?
Can she hit
the
that
100 mark for three-pointers?
I know that's a goal for her, and it's a goal for her whole squad. Tonight I am excited to see. It's going to be Schneider versus Dean, right? That's going to be a battle down low. It's going to be a fun game to watch, and let's hope they can roll that into a W just like JV.
And speaking of people named Hackman, we have Paige Hackman, one of the returning seniors on this team. And in the foundation game last Wednesday, 11 steals, 6 rebounds, and her 4 points. And she's got her eye on a record as well.
Yeah, she has her eye on the record. It's posted up there on the wall for the most steals in a season. What is that, 142? Is that right? So that's definitely one of the goals for her. Defensive specialist, Paige Hackman.
And so, again, some of the other returners that we will be talking about this year, Mackenzie Dean, you mentioned her. Ava Jensen will not be playing tonight. She is recovering from a broken finger and will be missing, I think what Coach Stewart said is the first 7 games of the year, but then looking forward to having her back as the leading rebounder on the team. And she also put up 5.3 points per game last year, so you want to get that scoring and that rebounding back as soon as you possibly can.
Absolutely, yeah. Ava will be somebody they miss, but luckily at the beginning of the season, she'll be back ready to play a very challenging conference tilt this year. But she'll be missed this game for sure with Schneider. She will be back hopefully soon.
And speaking of the rebounds, with Ava Jensen gone for a little bit, Mackenzie Dean, 13 rebounds the other night against Casumnas Oaks. Emma Givens, 13 rebounds the other night against Casumnas Oaks. The two of them combining for 26.
Wow.
So we'll be seeing an Emma Givens 6'1", Mackenzie Dean 6 foot. There's your size right there as well. They'll be hauling down those rebounds.
Yes, they will. Mackenzie Dean, player of the week or player of the game last game. So very happy for her for that. And then Emma Givens is definitely somebody new to varsity this year that came in as a starter last game, and I'm really excited to watch her play.
And in talking with Coach Stewart before the game, I did make sure that I talked to her a little bit about the fact that there is a freshman on the
Yes.
varsity team, Bridget Nielsen. It's not often that happens, and so you know that when you have somebody that is good enough to make the varsity as a freshman, they are good enough to make the varsity as a freshman. And she saw some playing time the other night. She got 3 rebounds in the foundation game against Cosumnes Oaks. And the idea for her is to actually take on some of the ball handling to kind of take the pressure off Ellie Tomei.
Exactly. With Paige Hackman being the defensive specialist, Elise and Jada often can bring the ball up too, but they did need that extra ball handler for the press. A lot of these teams really like to press full court most of the game, so they needed that, and she'll be a nice addition for the squad.
So on your screen, you see the Bella Vista team warming up. Let's go ahead and swing right, because we're going to talk about the El Dorado Cougars right now, 16-12 last year. They had their foundation game the other night. They beat Granite Bay 38-21, and their leading scorer, Alana Schneider, also number 1. This will be easy for you to remember. The leading scorers for both teams wear number 1. So Alana Schneider, 5'10" senior, averaged nearly 18 points and nearly 13 rebounds for the El Dorado Cougars last year. How about 4 steals per game, almost 2 assists a game, and about a block a game as well. Do we add a partridge in a pear tree in there somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, the El Dorado team, they have shooter shirts on, so I can't tell their numbers yet, but I'm excited to see Schneider play. I like watching to see how they warm up, how they get ready for these games, and I feel like she's going to be one definitely locked in for this game to take it to the Broncos.
One of the other names to listen for will be when we can see the numbers.
Yeah.
Number 22, Kira Hennifer, 5'9" senior. She was their second leading rebounder, and it looks like second leading scorer as well for the Cougars last year. She had 6 rebounds the other night against Granite Bay in their foundation game. And so between her and Schneider on those missed shots, it is really going to be incumbent on the Broncos to make sure they get that positioning. Mackenzie Dean and Emma Givens in particular, the two big girls, if you will, getting that inside position to get those rebounds.
Absolutely.
So some rebounding strength on both teams. It's going to be interesting to see that rebounding battle tonight.
I can't believe that. That's a really good point about they returned both of their top scorers last year, and they basically returned their entire squad, the Cougars do, for a team that made the playoffs. This is going to be a challenge.
16-12 last year for the El Dorado Cougars, 8-2 in the Sierra Valley Conference. They were number 2 in their league. They lost at home to 12 Bridges, 44-40 in the first round of the Sac Joaquin section playoffs. So a close loss. Had to have been a heartbreaker that night to bow out. And again, as you mentioned off mic before we got started, Scott, they had just the one senior on their roster last year. So yes, lots of experience on this team.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to see, like I mentioned already, Schneider play. She's got the size and the ability to play. That must be, now they have captains out there, that must be her out there. So yeah, she's definitely locked and loaded, ready to play.
So we've got the captains meeting out at the middle of the floor, and we'll be getting this one underway in just a few moments. You can hear some of the music going on in the background, and we'll get started. Bella Vista, after this game today, they've got the entirety of Thanksgiving week off, and then they will be back in action on the following Tuesday, December 3rd, for their next single game, and then that weekend it's tournament time. December means tournaments.
Yep.
So and as we get our broadcast schedule started here with this girls game tonight, we will have the boys game against Western Sierra Collegiate Academy tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. That'll also be right here on BV Live Sports. And so looking forward to that. And the boys also have a game next Tuesday here at home against Mira Loma, so we'll have that one as well. But tomorrow afternoon, it's a Saturday, so we know that we can play the games a little bit earlier than normal. And so tomorrow afternoon's game will start at 3:30. We'll get it started right around 3:15 as Western Sierra Collegiate Academy of Rockland comes down from Placer County to take on Bella Vista tomorrow. But right now the focus is the Broncos and the Cougars as we get this one underway. A hush over the crowd right now before we get this one started. And so last minute huddling here. And we will see, presume we'll get the introduction of the starting lineup. Or are we just going to come out and play? It looks like we're just going to come out and play. So the starting lineups for Bella Vista: 5'9" senior Paige Hackman, 5'5" senior Ellie Tomei, 6'1" sophomore Emma Givens, 5'8" junior Elise Stites, and 6' junior Mackenzie Dean. Alana Schneider leads the way at 5'10". We'll get set to get this one underway with the center court jump and the Broncos control. That's Mackenzie Dean. Outside there's Tomei, three-pointer, first three-pointer of the regular season. That one comes off.
You'll see a lot of that tonight. Ellie with a nice open shot. She's got to take it. Shoot or shoot.
So I have Elise Stites on my roster as 23. Is that her number 20? No, 23 is out there. So I don't have a 20. So.
Oh, for Bella Vista,
yes.
20 is Emma Givens.
Okay, so that's a different number than
yep.
what I had.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
all
they
right.
switched numbers.
There's a jumper from the outside. That's Kali Cusick that takes that shot. Bella Vista controls. So no score yet.
Nice rebound by Mackenzie Dean. She had good position on that box out.
Hackman double team, steps through it. Pass is deflected. Here come the Cougars. Pushing the ball down the floor. That's Schneider, turnaround jumper. And put back and a foul. Looks like that's Kira Hennifer that will go to the free throw line. Foul called.
Hennifer was their second leading scorer last year, so she can definitely put the ball in the bucket.
It's like they got Paige Hackman for the foul. And that's Givens with the rebound for Bella Vista.
Givens and Dean definitely started rebounding well.
Here's Stites. Givens once again. Tomei was looking for the three.
It's good to see Stites starting today. She's another great scoring ability.
Good defense on the part of El Dorado. This is a team that used a 2-3 zone with much success Wednesday night in the foundation game, and it worked for them there as well. Schneider. Here's Bianca Bunch. Bunch inside. They're going to say she pushed off. So the starters for El Dorado: Schneider, the 5'10" senior; Bianca Bunch, 5'3" junior, number 3; Emma Fulton is 5'5" junior; Callie Cusick, 5'4" senior; and Kira Hennifer, 5'9" senior. This is Bunch once again. Now comes up with the loose ball, drives all the way in, can't get it to go. Broncos control the rebound.
Bunches came out on fire. She's really started fast on the defensive end, which is a good start.
That's a little too far out in front of Paige Hackman, goes out of bounds. Bella Vista turns it over once again. Turnovers were one of the things that Coach Stewart pointed out that they need to work on after Wednesday night. Her exact quote was, "Too many turnovers."
Yeah, I mean, I guess too many is defined as 26. I think they had 26 turnovers.
From the baseline, Hennifer. Hackman the rebound, has her pocket picked. And driving in, that's Hennifer, gets the first 2 points of the game.
Hennifer's a solid senior at 5'9", got some nice height on her, and always at where the ball is.
Ellie Tomei. Tries to get it into Dean. And that's deflected out of bounds by El Dorado. So the Broncos will keep possession. 19 seconds on the shot clock. We have a 30-second shot clock in girls basketball, 35 for the boys. And so we'll be referencing that tomorrow.
Yeah. Cougars in a 2-3 zone.
5.5 to go. taken away underneath.
It's up the second steal by Hennifer. She's a solid defensive player. The Broncos are going to look to get the ball to the baseline against that 2-3 zone. Over in the corner.
And that's Schneider with the shot there. Tomei comes up with the rebound for the Broncos. Here's Tomei, finds her way into the lane. Here's Givens. Hennifer, another rebound. Here's the outlet. Closed off. Like they call the travel. That's Addison Bear into the game, 5'7" junior.
Nice work by the official down to get to the baseline to see that. He was in the right spot.
Tomei from the top. Stites. There's a pass underneath to Schneider. That one a little too hard. Rebound underneath Hennifer. That won't go. Another putback by Schneider gets a rebound. Fourth opportunity. Back out for the free throw line jumper from Hennifer. That one goes off.
Another great rebound by Emma Givens. She's working hard down there. The Broncos are trying to figure out this 2-3 zone. They didn't see 2-3 zone at all last game, so this is the first time this season they've seen it. So
Tomei open on the baseline. Gets her first points of the game.
So what I've seen so far is the Broncos trying to get it to the baseline against that 2-3, maybe in the corner.
Foul in backcourt. Looks like that might be Elise Stites that gets this call. That'll be the second team foul on Bella Vista.
Looks like they're running in a pretty deep bench over there at El Dorado, so a lot of playing time. They took out Hennifer, which will be a nice, the Broncos are going to need to take advantage of this situation.
That's Hennifer underneath, or actually new
Maisie
player
Dean
into the
with
game.
the block.
New player into the game for El Dorado. That was Ashlyn Russell that got that rebound and then had the shot blocked.
6'1", she too has length.
And she also deflects that pass intended for Mackenzie Dean out of bounds. So approach the 3-minute mark.
So it looks like Jada is wearing number 3 tonight.
Okay, so that's Jada Belloberg.
Yep. I'm excited to see her play. She's a guard, nice handles, nice defensive ability, and can score. So it's going to be fun to watch her play.
Played for the JV last year, gets an open jumper on the baseline. And there is a fight for the rebound. They will call the jump. And the possession arrow will favor El Dorado.
I'm definitely going to praise these officials tonight because they are lacrosse officials. They double for both girls lacrosse and basketball, so they obviously know what they're doing. It's good to see them working both games.
And the Broncos come up with a steal and force a turnover on their side. Here's Tomei to the baseline. Draws the foul. Russell that will get called for that one, the 6'1" junior. She averaged 3.5 points and nearly 5 rebounds last year for the varsity squad as a sophomore.
That's impressive. Ellie Tomei, she's the one we want at the line. I think she's shooting about, I think she shot about 90% from the free throw line. So, and I'm glad I didn't jinx her.
Don't get me started on the broadcaster's jinx because I don't believe in it. And there's a turnover by El Dorado. Nobody home on that particular pass. My argument has always been the first no-hitter I ever watched in baseball, Vin Scully called it on NBC.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he didn't believe in the broadcaster's jinx. So Vin Scully didn't believe in the broadcaster's jinx. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. You're not going to either. That's funny. Oh, I like that. Well, that makes me happy.
There's a jumper for Ellie Tomei.
Ellie's starting the game really solid.
All 6 points for Bella Vista. Broncos up by 4. Quickly back the other way, and a foul called on Bella Vista. Driving in, that's Emma Fulton, the 5'5" junior. She saw an opportunity.
And that was Macy Lee picked up the foul there. She was in the right position. She just wasn't straight up and down, and she turned a little bit. And the official's going to call that every time.
So this is Fulton at the free throw line. Check that, I was looking at the wrong one. 41% free throw shooter last year. Substitutions coming in.
Coach Faubert is of the Cougars is definitely testing his bench. He's really getting to learn how they play. Going to see everybody play tonight, at least this first quarter.
So 1 of 2 for Fulton. Looks like we're going to get ourselves a timeout. So we have a timeout here with 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. Broncos off to a good start, a 6-3 lead. And Ellie Tomei is everything is advertised.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that, El Dorado is getting the rebounds as we kind of expected that they might.
For sure.
They're not getting the points associated with it. And part of that is because Bella Vista is there and they're running enough interference underneath the basket.
Absolutely. Maisie Dean and Emma Givens definitely provided enough pressure down low to cause the missed bucket. And then they get the rebound on the other side of the hoop. So they're working well together right now.
So the timeout was called by El Dorado. Each team gets 5 timeouts per game.
Looks like El Dorado comes out in a different press. So it's going to, Paige Hackman's going to need to take space there, which is good. She did that. Nice pass.
Nice pass underneath, tried to get it to Macy Lee. That off the underside of the backboard. Belleberg with a strip, but El Dorado controls still.
Looks to me like Coach Stewart's pretty happy. That's exactly what she wanted to see. Again, a turnover.
Kusik's pass goes awry.
Just like Coach Stewart drew it up right there. That was good. Good defense.
2-3 zone once again. There's Hackman at the high post, and
so they switched it up a little bit to now where they're trying to get the ball to the high post, which is perfect against a 2-3 zone.
So
but
with apologies to the Hackman family, Hackman gets hacked.
That's not the only time we'll hear that this year, I promise.
Good defense.
Good play, good play.
By El Dorado on the shot. And we got the foul near midcourt. Looks like Belleberg will get called for that one.
So the Broncos press is a trapping press, and I know Coach Stewart's going to talk to him at next time out about cutting off that out-of-bounds line.
Jada Belleberg, by the way, who just got called for that foul. She had 4 points, a rebound, and a block in the foundation game against Casumnes Oaks.
It's a great start.
To the baseline, shot comes off. There's a rebound. Schneider gets her first 2 points of the game.
So the Cougars ran back a little too quick and didn't get their press set up, so the Broncos took advantage. Long pass, though, turnover.
So Broncos by 1, approaching 1 minute to go in the opening quarter.
So they're running a pick and roll offense with Schneider.
Good defense by Bella Vista to deflect the pass.
Well done.
And a double dribble.
Nice pressure again. As you mentioned, George, it's all about pressure this game. Mackenzie Dean down low, and then Paige Hackman up top, just applying enough pressure to make the turnovers happen.
So that was Bianca Bunch who called for the double dribble. Some substitutions for Bella Vista. We'll pick them up as we go.
So clearly the Cougars come out in a man defense on a miss.
Here's Mackenzie
Nice
Dean.
Move. That was falling for her first game of the year too, so it's good to see she went back to that bucket. Nice charge.
Draws the charge. Was it Nielsen? Is we're trying to
Bridget. Yeah,
we're trying to pick up because it looks like some of the numbers have changed. So it looks like Bridget Nielsen is in the game. She is number 4.
Yep.
We have her on our roster as 24. Broncos to keep possession on the baseline, 34 seconds to go.
I know Bridget Nielsen as a freshman, that's a nice charge to take right there.
Tomei! And Mackenzie Dean, a rebound and a score.
Another solid rebound by McKenzie.
Dean with 4, Broncos by 5, full court press by the Broncos. Some good defense. Schneider winds up on the floor with it.
Yep.
That's Fulton. Fulton, there's
Another
a collision
charge.
and an offensive foul taken by the freshman.
I really like to see Nielsen playing that way. She knows that she's just getting her bearings in varsity level play, and she starts off on the defensive end. I love to see it.
Doesn't look intimidated.
No, absolutely. 2 charges. That's pretty impressive.
Ellie Tomei!
Hey. Pretty basketball right there. Nice assist.
That's her
Elise.
first 3-pointer of the regular season.
Well
and
done.
time expires here in the first quarter. Bella Vista off to a good start. An 8-point lead here at the end of the first quarter. 13-5 is our score. And rather impressive. And again, on that last possession, excellent execution, finding
Yes.
Ellie Tomei open in her sweet spot.
Yep, absolutely. Elise saw that from across the court, saw that Ellie was open, made the great pass to her for the 3. But it's got to start on the defensive end with Bridget Nielsen, the freshman, coming in, taking those 2 charges. You know, that builds momentum, and now you get a bucket at the end, and that now the Broncos just really need to keep that momentum and just keep working with it. It's pretty impressive. It's fun to watch.
Offer our congratulations to both the Bella Vista freshman girls team and the JV team for their victories today. The freshmen beat El Dorado 22-11 and the JV team 35-23. That was the game right before us.
Wow,
and
that's great.
This reminder, the boys varsity schedule regular season gets underway tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon. Here at Bella Vista High School, the Broncos will be taking on Western Sierra Collegiate Academy. 3:30 again is the tip-off. Our pregame coverage will get underway at 3:15, and so we are looking forward to having that one for you as well right here on BV Live Sports. Your home for Bella Vista Athletics. Coming this spring, Scott Hackman and the girls lacrosse team will be back at it, along, of course, with the boys team.
Definitely. February will be here before we know it.
Yes, indeed. There's a jumper from the outside. And once again, Broncos control the rebound. Here's Tomei. 9 points in the first quarter. Kusick with the rebound. This is Bunch.
Good defense by number 23, Elise Stites.
Kusick to the baseline. Hennifer underneath, and she gets banged as she takes the shot back. Looks like Mackenzie Dean will get called for this one.
I tell you, Hennifer is everywhere. She's on that backside rebound. I'm okay with that foul, you know, as long as Maisie doesn't get too many of them, but let's see if she can make her free throws.
That is the second air ball free throw for El Dorado tonight.
They're traveling.
early.
It's early. They're getting used to the gym, getting used to the hoop.
Harrowing drive down, I'm sure, in the weather.
Oh, true. Very true.
They're going to give that one to El Dorado. Sometimes it's just anybody's guess when so many players are around as to who touched it last. But I'll
Right.
tell you what, referee's right there on the baseline.
Yep.
We are at an angle.
Yeah, he definitely had a closer view than we did, didn't he?
So I am going to defer to the referee on that one. Good defense by Bella Vista. Teamwork there.
Yes, it was. Yeah, as you mentioned, Paige Hackman had a lot of steals last game, but she's also a disruptor. She just gets her hand on the ball.
It's a long three-pointer. Kusick the rebound.
That's right. Elisa, she needs to be taking that. She was wide open. Just keep shooting.
Here's Kusick from the free throw line.
It's a good shot by Kusick.
That's her first points of the game. Nearly 5 points per game last year for El Dorado.
Yeah, it's a nice transition from her left hand to her right hand on the shot. It's a tough shot to do. She feels comfortable with it, though.
6-point lead for Bella Vista. Tomei.
Bridget's in the right spot. Nielsen's in the right spot again.
Pass deflected. And flying out of bounds trying to save it is Emma Fulton, but she stepped on the sideline. So the Broncos catch a break there, and they will retain possession.
Nice work by Emma Fulton, but yeah, her foot was out of bounds. So much rain, we have a water leak, it looks like.
It looks like, yeah, they've been cleaning up that same spot since the freshman game.
Yeah.
So would imagine that we will probably be seeing that tomorrow, too.
Yep.
Oh, Kusick with the interception. Looking to go coast to coast, then tries to get it into bunch. Great defense by Paige Hackman to knock that one out of bounds. 24 on the shot clock to reset for El Dorado. Kusick once again, looking for Schneider. Hounded by Hackman.
Work, yeah, nice work by Hackman there. I tell you,
they're saying deflection on the ball.
Nice work by the
Tie-up
Broncos.
situation. Are they going to call this the jump?
Yeah, they gave it.
So that goes to the Broncos. One of the things, we are actually in a different location this year. We're opposite from where we were set up last year, and it's great because we can see the scoreboard with the possession arrow.
Absolutely.
Or the scorer's table. You might be able to see that on your shot, but they have the possession arrow showing. That pass goes right to Fuller. And that's Bianca bunched on the baseline. Gathers herself and floats that one up and in. Looks like we're going to get a timeout called by Bella Vista. Broncos haven't scored in a couple of, about a minute and a half or so. Actually, no, they haven't scored in this quarter. So still sitting at the 13. 4 points so far in the quarter for El Dorado.
Yeah, and I know Coach Stewart's over there. She's just talking about turnovers. She's just tightening up the ball handling a little bit, giving us a break, giving the Broncos a break, and letting them kind of catch their breath a little bit to watch the turnovers.
So it's a 4-0 run here to start the second quarter for El Dorado.
You mentioned we're at a different angle now. I kind of miss being behind the bench because I always like learning a thing or two from Coach Stewart, but I can't hear her any longer, so it's a different spot over here.
Our viewers, if you joined us last year, you may notice that this different angle is providing a right side up logo too.
That's true. That's nice.
Another Bella Vista turnover.
I tell you, that 2-3 zone is wreaking havoc. Just like I said, it's the first time we've faced it this year, and we have a lot of learning to do, and I know they're going to tighten that up a little bit.
And again, it worked really good. Backdoor pass to Kusick, and she puts it up and in. 4 points this quarter for Callie Kusick.
Nice movement off ball, too, there. Give and go.
And here's Bella Burke. Schneider controls the rebound. That's Schneider and Hennifer working. Schneider is hit. She launches a three. She's going to get 3 free throws here.
Keeping her honest. She was definitely going for the ball, but yeah, definitely got a lot of arm on that one. Good call by the official.
Free throw woes continuing for El Dorado. Referee's taking a bit of a time to remind everyone this is a 3-shot foul.
Mm-hmm. Heads up play by the outer official to realize that he called only one, you know.
I think I heard one of the Bella Vista players call out, "I got ball."
Yeah, right there.
And and so I think that led the referees to remind them, hey, remember, there's 3 shots. You notice the substitution came in after the second shot. And here's the third. So she misses all 3. El Dorado controls the rebound. This goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Cougars.
the early season free throw shooting, both by Schneider and Hennifer, a little shaky. So just give them time. I'm sure they'll heat up.
Bronco lead is 2. That's Fulton that's getting ready to inbound the ball. Five seconds to get it in. Here's Hennifer. Loose ball on the ground. And that's Hennifer that winds up with it again. Draws the foul.
Bella Vista defended that out-of-bounds play. It was a really creative play call there. But they defended it well, then they just lost the ball too low.
So Hennifer with the miss. The foul called on Paige Hackman. And it's the 3rd team foul on Bella Vista this quarter. And again, in case you didn't catch it last year or have been away from high school basketball, the rule changed last year across the country. You are at the limit at 5 fouls each quarter. No more 7 fouls in a half and no more 1-and-1. So once you hit 5 fouls in a quarter, it's 2 shots on common fouls. Bellaberg with the jumper. Schneider controls. Here's Kusick. Finds Hennifer. Rebound underneath to Russell. And that's going to stay with El Dorado. Heads up play on the part of Kelly Kusick. She had her hand out, but didn't contact the ball.
Nice move by Stewart, putting Emma Givens back in, bringing in some more rebounding.
Fulton for 3.
It's a good play. The Cougars have had some nice sets coming out of their inbounds plays. Those are working pretty well.
4 points for Fulton, and the Cougars have the lead for the first time since 2-0. Broncos still have not scored in this quarter. Schneider. I think the Broncos are going to take another timeout here. Schneider, by the way, 4 points now. Quiet game for her. El Dorado's lead is now 3. Sorry.
So what run is that? I mean, that's like it's like almost a 10-0 run, isn't it?
They were at 5, 11-0 run.
11-0 run, yeah.
In this quarter.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, coach, the Cougar coach brought in his starting group, made some adjustments for that 2-3 zone, and we just haven't been able to figure it out. We got to get that ball to the top of the post, right around the free throw line, to set that up, and we got to be ready to pass from that position. Coach Cody also making an adjustment to go with a little bit more size to combat our size, and now we're going a little smaller right now to hopefully run the ball a little bit.
Stites on the baseline, double teamed. And we're going to get a jump called here. This will favor El Dorado.
Here's where we need to take advantage. Oh, we pulled out of the press. Okay, now we're just going straight man.
Kusick. There's Russell. Has it deflected away. Again, good defense by Bella Vista. Ellie Tomei. Tomei, she'll look to go coast to coast. Ellie Tomei. Points on the night. And Bella Vista, its first points of the quarter. Came with just about 3 minutes to go. Back underneath. Bella Vista controls the rebound. Here's Nielsen. Nielsen having trouble handling it, and that goes out of bounds to El Dorado.
So the second quarter's been our Achilles heel for the Broncos. First game, that was when Ellie got into foul trouble, and now this second quarter, this game has also been a challenge for us. So that's something we need to tighten up as the season goes on.
Here's Schneider on the baseline. Hackman controls the rebound. Tomei, don't leave her alone.
Oh, good. Good rebound. Good shot and rebound. That was a nice sequence. I like to see that. I mean, Ellie was open on that. She's got to take that shot. That's where she hits most of her threes from, right there at that angle.
Fulton and Schneider working the left side. Now Kusik on the right side. Works off a screen. And now a three-point shot from Kusik.
Hennifer. And she makes her living down there on the block like that. She's a good player.
So back to a three-point lead for El Dorado.
Coach Cody knows what he's doing. He's sticking to that 2-3 zone. It's really effective.
A looping shot for Schneider does not go. The ball on the ground. They're going to say baseline, and it looks like it was Nielsen who was kind of on the floor with her back on the baseline.
I'm pretty sure that number 12 for the Cougars just literally jumped right on top of her on that. So I'm not certain you can do that, but... And also I don't know why they got 2 jump balls in a row, but...
That's Blake Deagle into the game, and her shot.
It's a fun matchup to watch. Is Schneider versus Hackman, a defensive disruptor against their 20-point per game scorer. So this will be fun to watch.
Loose ball on the ground. It's going to be a jump. Possession arrow is going to favor the Broncos. 1:18 to go.
Seems almost every time we're putting the ball down low, they're grabbing it. So we need to keep the ball up high, move the ball.
So Bella Burke will inbound. She is in the game now with Emma Givens and Ellie Tomei, Paige Hackman, and Macy Lee.
Nice work by
job
Emma
to
Givens.
Get the ball back. That's Emma Givens, who is the one that the inbound pass was intended for.
Yep.
Had trouble handling it, but did not give up, and wound up taking the possession back. That's Ellie Tomei again. And nice.
I saw Ellie truing that up a little bit. She wanted that one. With this 2-3 zone, it's so inviting just to take those long threes, but she almost made it.
Switch to your camera and follow it.
So under a minute to go. There's a jumper from the outside. Maggie Yost is in the game for El Dorado.
Who was that on the backside rebound? Was that Hennifer again? Yeah. Yep, number 22 going to the line.
Gets the foul. Looks like the call is on Berlebeck.
She struggled a little bit with her free throw, but man, she is just an amazing rebounder.
Well, maybe it's a good strategy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to make fun of a team that's struggling at the line, but you look at it and you see the numbers.
Strategic, right? Hack-a-shack. Oh, there she hit it. I think we just reverse jinxed it.
Well, who knows? Maybe she's found the rhythm. 4-point lead for El Dorado. Bella Vista with just 2 points in this quarter. Steal by the Broncos. Reverse layup. That's good.
Beautiful play by Ellie.
Ellie Tomei, 13 points.
That Ellie and Paige combination there works really well on this defense.
So as cold as the Broncos have been in this quarter, scoring just 4 points, they're only down 2. Loose ball. Broncos couldn't get the last shot. We got the foul called right at midcourt.
Emma Fulton with the looks like with the foul there. She's been a little reckless the last 2 times down. She's pretty upset.
And
so.
that is the first team foul on El
Oh, wow.
Dorado this quarter.
Wow.
So the Broncos, they can play for the last shot here.
Yes, they can. Always looking for that one right there.
Long one. And Fulton gets the rebound.
I'm okay with Ellie taking that 3, but wait, a couple more seconds just so that if you do miss it, you don't give up an opportunity down on the other end.
So we get a foul on Bella Vista. This is their 5th team foul, so it's going to be 2 free throws for the Cougars. That is Emma Fulton that will take the shots. And it looks like they're starting to find their free throws.
Smart substitution by Coach Stewart there to keep Paige Hackman from getting into foul trouble with 5 seconds left.
And that's going to be a lane violation. Berlebeck lost her balance. So Fulton's going to get one more.
Interesting call because she's got a little bit of a double pump on this free throw rhythm. So let's keep an eye on that. As a Bronco, you got to be watching that.
Rebound Schneider, and her putback is in. So,
That's tough.
And that brings of the second quarter, a tale of 2 quarters in this first half, as the Broncos, they led 13-5 at the end of the first. Now they trail 22-17, just 4 points in that second quarter. In fact, they were outscored 17-4 in that second quarter of play. So we are at halftime. Our score is 22-17, and the Broncos. Well, we saw the defense, and one of the things Coach Stewart was talking about was that she was impressed with the way they played defense on Wednesday night as well.
Right. Absolutely. Good defensive set, on their press worked really well, but I know Coach Stewart's really excited because she has a lot of things that she wants to talk to him this halftime. One of those being the long passes. They really need to just tighten up their passes, don't throw adjacent, really make crisp, short passes that'll help them out a lot. And also just, work on those offensive rebounds. Way too many rebounds by the Cougars this half.
And the Broncos, we made the mention of it, that that foul with about a minute to go was the first team foul in the quarter.
Wow.
So
yeah.
I don't know that the Broncos are they've been passing the ball. They've been trying to get it inside, but usually those passes have been in traffic.
Exactly.
And they haven't been driving to the basket and drawing those fouls.
No, they haven't. They haven't gotten the ball well to the top of the key against that 2-3 zone. And you're right. Yeah, just a lot of times they're passing to the covered person, and they really need to tighten that up a little bit. And I know that's what Coach Stewart's talking to them about this halftime.
All right, so just a quick look at the numbers here. Ellie Tomei leads the way with 13 points at halftime here for the Broncos, and then Mackenzie Dean has the other 4. Those were scored in the first quarter. Ideally, you would like to see others get involved on the scoring.
I'm sure that's what Coach Cody at the Cougars is talking about. Let's just, limit Ellie Tomei's shots. Let's limit her looks at the hoop. And just keep playing defense like they did that second quarter. Like I mentioned earlier, the second quarter has been a challenge for the Broncos, and it was again tonight. They really, hopefully they come out and play a third quarter like they did last game, and then, bring this score a little bit closer. It's going to be exciting to see how they come out after halftime.
Alana Schneider leads the way for El Dorado with 6 points, 5 for Kira Hennifer, 4 each for Emma Fulton and Callie Kusick, and then 2 for Bianca Bunch. There's that balanced scoring
it really is.
That we were just talking about, and what it adds up to: 22 points for El Dorado here at halftime. Again, the Broncos got off to that great start in the first quarter, but then things kind of got out of hand here in the second quarter. So obviously, Coach Stewart needs to regroup them and see if we can see more of what we saw in the first quarter.
Yes, let's
in
hope.
The third and fourth.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That even scoring you mentioned from the Cougars, that's a playoff basketball team right there. They know how to get the ball down and spread the love a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Schneider has had some good, steals and putbacks, and Hennifer has just been a beast on the board. So she's really playing great. She had a good first half.
So we're going to take a bit of a break. We'll keep the stream going, but we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes here and get that third quarter underway here at Bella Vista High School. The Broncos and the Cougars locked up in a 5-point game. El Dorado in front here at halftime. All right, we're set to get underway here in the second quarter. Second half, I should say. That would be the third quarter. Housekeeping first of all. And we are underway. It's your camera.
Drive to the bucket by Emma Fulton. Bella Vista got the ball. Hennifer again, working hard down low.
So the Broncos get the possession. It took them almost half the quarter before they scored. Looking for Hackman on the baseline, but Alana Schneider says, I'll take that.
Long passes again. We need to stop with those long passes for sure.
Here's Kusick again. Pretty good first half. Schneider finds an opening. That one's too hard. Kusick a rebound. Bunch. Far corner. That's Hennifer. Thought she might have been fouled. No call. El Dorado still getting the rebounds, and finally the friendly roll.
Yep, lots of
That's
rebounds.
Schneider. 8 points for Schneider. 7-point lead now. And a steal.
Again, a long pass, right? They get so excited. I think the Cougars are baiting them a little bit to making it seem like an open pass, and then they engage quick.
Here's Dean closed off on the baseline, and the jump is going to favor Bella Vista.
Another effort play by Hennifer.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout called early on here in the third quarter by El Dorado.
It's like Coach Faubert he saw something he didn't like, or he wanted to make a quick adjustment, it looks like. On defense, they may come out in a little separate defense.
And you mentioned that they might just be baiting Bella Vista into those long passes. So this is an opportunity here for Coach Stewart to urge her team on to maybe not take the bait.
Exactly, yep. Those long passes they look so open, but really the girl isn't open. It's really hard to judge.
We take a look at the, you can see the Bella Vista huddle there on the right side of your screen. You see number 11 there. That's Shay Leopold, who is a senior, has an ACL injury, is out for the season. She played JV last year as a junior and averaged nearly 6 points per game, but she's definitely part of the program, and they keep her as part of the program.
Yep.
But heartbroken for her.
It definitely heartbroken, and definitely a good softball player too. I think she might try to get back for softball, but
here comes Hennifer. Tomei, the last line of defense.
Well, they did a good job staying straight up in the air there, not going for the ball.
Fulton comes up with the rebound. There's Kusick. High post it goes Schneider, the turnaround.
That's
Schneider
a pretty tough shot
10.
by Schneider right there. Turnaround jumper like that. That was great.
10 points for Schneider. And El Dorado is starting to impose their will. Here's Hackman's turnaround. Loose ball.
Good call by the official. Again, he's in the right spot every time he sees those down low.
So that is Bella Vista ball on the travel.
Elise was in the right spot there. That was good.
Here's Stites. A little trouble handling it.
Long
Broncos
passes.
turn it over.
Long passes. Sometimes it's, I know it goes without saying, but sometimes it's easier just to make the short, easy pass to the wide open person.
This is Fulton. Looks like we're going to get an offensive foul called.
At least definitely she got her in the hip, and another thing is Hennifer was moving a little bit on that, so they're going to call that foul every time. So one adjustment they made is they came out in a full court press. That's something we didn't really see in the first half, the Cougars. So Bella Vista's taking their time to figure that out. They really need to get the ball into Ellie's hands.
Ball deflected away and controlled once again, but look at that, Bella Vista right at midcourt. Jada Belloberg.
I'm not even certain that Hennifer had her eyes open on that. She just ran after whoever had the ball. Pretty
two quick
pretty
fouls
careless
on Hennifer.
Yeah. Coaches are both doing a good job trying to calm their players down a little bit.
Broncos with possession, down 10.
Yep.
That's off Kusick.
Cougars, they get their hand on every pass. Broncos need to tighten those long passes up. Somebody needs to cut to the hoop right now from the backside. Look for Mackenzie Dean on the backside.
Broncos stacking near midcourt. And there's Hackman. That's the first 2 points for Hackman.
Nice stack play by the Broncos there from center court.
Broncos putting up a full court press. And they come up with the steal. That's Belleberg. She'll launch a three, but she traveled.
Good effort over there by Jada. Got a little excited when she saw an opening and took the shot, but traveled.
El Dorado with the 8-point lead. Here's Hennifer. Bunch.
Nice D up top by Paige Hackman.
There we go. I was just about to make reference to Paige's pink shoes.
She picked those up last year at the cancer awareness game and has liked them. They really fit her well.
Steal by El Dorado, and Schneider winds up on the ground.
Uh-oh. Schneider's hurt.
Uh-oh.
Don't like to see that.
Oh, no. Assistant coach has come out to...
Looked to me like a turned ankle.
Players are coming out, coaches. But you know it's bad when the player is in audible distress, if you will, when we can hear
Let's
it.
hope. Yeah, the coach is helping her out quite a bit. They got ice ready, so get some ice on it.
So practically a hush over the gym here at Bella Vista High School. This is quite a basketball player.
Yeah, it's a big loss for the Cougars for sure. They're and I'm optimistic that a lot of it has to do with the fact that she has such high hopes for this season that she's just really quite scared, and that the medical staff take a look at her and it turns out to be a sprain or something manageable that won't.
She is
sideline her.
up and she is putting both feet on the ground.
It's a good sign.
Walking very slowly.
Job.
And everybody here, Bronco fans and Cougar fans alike, applauding as she comes off. So that is wonderful that sportsmanship is being shown there. And let us hope that this is not a serious injury.
Yep. Like I mentioned, let's hope it just is not a serious injury for sure.
10 points on the night for Alana Schneider. She had 13 the other night in their foundation game against Granite Bay.
I'm not a doctor, but I think what happened on that play, she kind of planted wrong on it. So let's hope that's not the case.
And it looks like El Dorado has taken a timeout here just to kind of regroup the team a little bit. So next player up, if you will, and we have been very impressed along with Alana Schneider, with the play of Kira Hennifer and also Emma Fulton. And so those are probably two right there that are going to need to step up. Kira Hennifer was their second leading scorer last year, and so we expect to see her taking the ball to the basket a lot more frequently. Also now into the game for the first time is Lauren Blankenship, a 6-foot senior. She played for the JV team last year.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So
She, too, has some height on her. She's very tall.
Hennifer and Blankenship, Bianca Bunch, Kusick is in there, and Fulton. Broncos with the possession. Tomei.
Looks like the Cougars came out with an extra level of effort here in the fight for their teammate, I'm sure.
Billibert near midcourt. And the pass is taken away. Here's Hennifer, immediately double team. Broncos get it back. And now there's going to be a foul called. Broncos bringing in substitutes. The foul is on El Dorado. That's their third team foul in this quarter. So two more and the Broncos are shooting. Paige Hackman to inbound the ball in backcourt.
Nice move by Eva Givens right there. Good pass.
Underneath, and a layup is good. That's Macy Lee, her first points of the game. Collision in backcourt. Looks like Bridget Nielsen's going to get called for the foul.
Nielsen in the effort, right? That's been the theme all game. She's really been working hard out there. Great pass by Emma Givens on that play.
A lead that was once 10 is now 5, but here's Kusick with an open path to the hoop, driving all the way in, swirls around and drops in.
Ellie was smart not to take a foul right there. Delay game there, call on number 3. She definitely hit the ball low instead of picking it up and giving it to the official.
Is that the same as at the higher levels? The next one's a technical foul?
I believe so, yeah. I think that's why he talked to the table about it.
Tomei, Bunch. Tomei winds up on the ground. And Bunch is like, what? But you know what? She was making contact and Tomei went to the ground.
It's smart that she was talking to her coach, too, instead of the official. That's a smart way to do it, to keep your head. Now she's taking a walk. She's leaving the gym altogether.
Okay.
Right, now
and now
she's back. Smart, you know, whatever you need to do to compose yourself. That's smart, what you can do on the sideline there.
Tomei. Double figures tonight. Baseline. Here's Nielsen. And Nielsen gets shoved there by Fulton, I'm sorry.
Looks like Fulton got there just a little bit too late and pushed her out of bounds. Good foul call there.
So 4 minutes to go, 7-point lead for Bella Vista, for El Dorado.
It's already in the bonus.
Yeah,
wow.
5th team foul. And so
yep, you're right.
Bridget Nielsen will go to the free throw line.
Let's see if the freshman can get her first points of her young Bella Vista career. I like to see the teammates giving her a high five, cheering her on.
Broncos get the rebound. And then a tie-up once again. Looks like the arrow is pointing the Broncos' way. Well, it's pointing the Broncos' way, but it goes El Dorado's way. So maybe they didn't switch it the last time.
Looks like every time Hennifer comes in, Coach Stewart brings back in Mackenzie Dean. Smart play, get some height down there, down low to protect the paint from Hennifer.
Coach wants a timeout. He wanted to get a substitution in.
Yes, he did.
And they said it was too late, and so he called the timeout. So El Dorado's down to one timeout.
Yeah.
in a relatively close game, that could come back to
Right,
haunt them if
exactly.
Bella
It could.
Vista can get a run going and get this game closer, and if we have an interesting and some excitement down the stretch here.
Yeah, that's a burn timeout just to get a substitution in there. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite him. We'll see. If they come out, though, and they score a bucket, then that's just as good as a bucket. So we'll see.
So Cody Faubert is the head coach of the El Dorado
Yep.
Cougars. Tracy Bunch is the assistant. I had the opportunity to talk a little bit with Coach Bunch before the game. Get to know the El Dorado players a little bit.
So that must be his daughter there, number 3, Bunch.
Bianca,
So he's
yeah.
probably pretty excited to watch her play. See Alana Schneider over there with ice on her knee, moving it a little bit, so that's a good sign. I wish nothing but the best for her.
Absolutely, and if she's going to miss time, may it be limited missed time.
Absolutely.
In and underneath.
Again, great
Jennifer, it
rebound.
looks like maybe she got poked in the eye. Hustle on the part of Fulton to nearly strip the ball away from BV.
Another great rebound by Emma Givens.
Hackman to inbound.
I'm going to have to
Kusik.
remind her next time when you're trying to throw it away, don't throw it towards Hennifer because she will get it.
Here's Bunch. But she has the ball deflected away. That stays with El Dorado.
Nice quick hands by Ellie Tomei. I'd like to see Ellie get some 3 attempts here in this in the second half of this third quarter. She needs to get on the board with some 3 ball.
And that's Hennifer underneath.
Nice second effort by Hennifer.
7 points tonight for Hennifer. The lead is 9. Tomei wants to cut it to 6.
She wanted it. She got a good look, but a little short. Used a lot of her legs to leg the ball up, and it didn't have quite the leg in it.
Tomei has hit 1 3-pointer tonight. Kusik. That's Russell. Hennifer on Dean. Dean with the defense. Hackman controls. Hackman picks up the dribble. Left side, Nielsen. Back outside. There's a 3-point shot on the way from Givens. Rebound underneath by the Broncos. That doesn't go. Mackenzie
So
Dean
close.
fighting for it once again. Comes up with it double teamed. And we're going to get a whistle. And since they're over the limit, Mackenzie Dean will go to the free throw line.
Coach Stewart giving some praise from the sideline. She saw something she liked there. That's always good.
Mackenzie Dean had 4 first quarter points. It's her first free throw.
Really good form by Mackenzie Dean.
Mentioned she had 13 rebounds, also had 10 points the other night in the foundation game.
Nice player of the game. Stewart gave her that award.
2 free throws, 2 much needed free throws by Bella Vista.
You're right. 7, still manageable, right?
2 3/4 to go in the third quarter. Kusik. Taken away by Givens.
Nice steal by Emma Givens.
Leave it to someone named Givens to take it away. Hackman. Hackman to Givens. That's going to go to El Dorado. So Lauren Blankenship has got like a, I don't know, periwinkle and pink shoe game going. Pull a color out of the Crayola box there.
So it looks like El Dorado on the press break, they're just going opposite our formation. So if we have 1 back, they have 2. And we're not quite adjusting to that yet.
Ellie Tomei, speaking of the shoe game, Ellie Tomei rocking the Bella Vista colors.
Yeah.
Free throw
She's
line
sharp.
jumper. Let that one go. Broncos will take possession, down 7, 2:11 to go in the third quarter.
I think they're the Bella Vista Kobe's. I know those are Kobe Bryant shoes, but they're red and black.
Kenzie Dean. Stites. Kusick running the defense, Tomei. Stites sets the screen for Tomei. Stites gets it back, thought about it, now steps into the three. That comes off, Hackman the rebound. Here's Tomei, thought about it again. Tomei will back it back out. Inside Mackenzie
Nice
Dean, she's open underneath,
Nice
gets the
pass and
deuce.
shot. That's good.
That is a great pass by Tomei. She gets the assist there. There is a collision, and they're saying that's not enough for a foul. And the ball just goes out of bounds off Hennifer, and so that will go to Bella Vista. Broncos down 5. Chance to cut the lead further.
Fulton just kind of got too much ahead of a steam on herself. She couldn't go laterally, so she had to just run right through her, and it's a charge.
Get this in.
Good
Get
call
the
by
foul called?
No, timeout. Good call by
Timeout
Coach
called,
Stewart.
yes.
She knew we weren't quite the perfect set that she wanted there.
Well, I was looking when the whistle blew. I was waiting to see if there was a signal because
Yeah.
very close to the 5 seconds. What
Yeah.
they will tell you, or what I remember back in the day at least, is that on that 5 count, if you get to 3, you can call the timeout. If you get to 4, they won't give you the timeout.
Wow, nice.
So,
I'm also
and
glad.
I mean, it could be from 3, and his arm is still in motion
Right,
for the 4.
right, exactly.
But when he locks it, that's where he won't give you the timeout.
And I noticed Coach Stewart kind of found the latter official, the second one on the other side there. We only have 2 officials this game. A lot of times we have 3. But she found the official to get close to him just so that she could make that contact with him to call the timeout. If it was needed, and it clearly was needed, so it was a good timeout.
All right, so our reset right now, 1:23 to go in the third. Broncos led by the 13 points of Ellie Tomei and the 8 points of Mackenzie Dean. Paige Hackman has 2 and Macy Lee has 2.
Interested to see what kind of formation they all come out in. Looks like they keep Paige Hackman with the ball, but the Cougars, for whatever reason, are falling back now into a 2-3.
And if you're just joining us, the Cougars right now, they are without their leading scorer, Alana Schneider. She went down with an injury in this game a few minutes ago. In and underneath it goes to Dean. Dean getting hounded from behind. The ball comes loose. And Fuller has it. Keep calling her Fuller. It's Fulton. And she gets, I guess the ball was just deflected and hit the sideline. So
Fulton's a gritty player. She's got basically has 1 speed, and so you like to see that as a coach.
Fulton. Kusick. Tried to get it into the corner. It'll stay with El Dorado. Paige Hackman over there trying to get control of the ball.
I don't think she's going to get 11 steals this game, but at least if she can do her part just disrupting the ball. There you go.
Winds up in the hands of Emma Thompson in the first, seeing her first action, and then she's thrown around like a rag doll on that tie-up.
Yeah. And a lot of the kids on the bench on that Cougar team are cheering it on, so you can clearly see why something like that happens so illicitly like that.
Well, they're clearly trying to play this one now and win it for their leading scorer. Tomei, long 3.
The freshman Nielsen definitely with the loose ball right there. I like to see her game. She's really worked hard this game. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That was Emma Thompson. My apologies. Great work down there, down low for Emma Thompson.
Broncos with possession.
It's getting pretty scrappy out there, so. Yeah, the Cougars have definitely picked up their intensity here.
Here's Stites.
This pump fake by Stites.
Tomei just inside the arc. That one comes off. Russell the rebound. And then the ball going out of bounds, collision with the bench. Fulton is back up.
Like I said, Fulton giving 110% again, chasing that ball out of bounds. You like to see that. Good play by the Broncos. Just didn't fall though. They really set up that good play. They found the open space and found Ellie for the corner three. Didn't make it, but got to keep shooting.
And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. It's 30-25 in favor of El Dorado, and we will have the fourth quarter coming up.
It's still, 5 points in one quarter. I feel like that's definitely a manageable score that they can get to. The Broncos tightened up their passes a little bit, slowed it down a little bit. They weren't so rushed that quarter. It was a better quarter than the second quarter, so all you got to do is make sure your next quarter is better than your last, and if this fourth is better than the third, I'm looking for good things here from the Broncos.
So we're about to get the fourth quarter underway.
Quick update on Alana Schneider. She's over there standing with her teammates, so that again is a good sign.
Definitely. That is,
So
I'll use the term freaky to see that
Right,
happen.
it
when
absolutely
someone
is.
go down, and then to hear them in, I use the term audible discomfort.
Right, exactly.
And the tears
Hey,
going.
And I think hopefully she was just quite scared. I'm sure she was, but it's good to see now her supporting her teammates from the bench, cheering them on. That's a great senior leadership right there.
So Broncos will get the ball to start the fourth quarter.
There's Paige Hackman, the disruptor again. Ellie Tomei with the steal up ahead.
Stites misses the shot. Loose ball. Hackman controls. Broncos down 5. Tomei thought about it. In and underneath it goes to Mackenzie Dean. Dean has 8, another assist from Ellie Tomei. 3-point game. Full court press from Bella Vista. Long pass comes to midcourt. Down the lane, ball rejected by Mackenzie Dean. And a foul in backcourt.
That was good hustle play by Hannaford, but what she did is with her left hand grabbed her beside the head, and that ref, the official made a good call right there. Could see it from his angle, but you must have saw enough. It's good, you just got to build one play at a time. They score, and now they get a defensive stop. That's how you come back in ball games.
Hackman, here's Tomei once again. Left side three-pointer on the way. Oh, that looked good.
It was close.
And the rebound is Blake Deagle back into the game.
Captain
Long
Emma.
pass. Here's Blankenship. Blankenship drives. Her pass deflected away and still controlled by El Dorado. Kusick out front. High post it goes Blankenship. She'll take it to the basket. That one is taken away and rejected by Emma Givens, but taken back. Overplay on the part of Tomei. Big collision as she tries to go for it. Fulton is probably going to get this foul.
Yep. Nice play by Ellie Tomei, but yeah, we saw, we've been seeing Fulton act that way this whole game, so the official wasn't having it that time.
So here's Tomei. Hackman immediately double teamed. Needs help. Tomei almost got control of it. Bianca Bunch back the other way, drives in. Tomei kind of bumps her, long rebound. Bunch gets her own shot.
Oh, she's
out
back to
of
her
the
spot.
Three-point line. That dances off no good. Another rebound for El Dorado. Finally, Givens controls.
Nice rebound by Emma Givens. We needed that one right there.
By the way, this game has 3 Emmas in it. 2 on Bella Vista and then Emma Fulton. We've been talking about her a lot.
Yes, we are.
And speaking of Emmas, that's Emma Thompson. She's immediately double teamed on the baseline. Possession arrow is pointing El Dorado's way. Referee,
Yeah, otherwise, huh? He thought otherwise.
he says it's Bella Vista ball. Tomei, that one's off.
It was on line,
Kusick.
it's just a little short.
Kusick.
So what the Cougars are doing down here on defense, they're definitely baiting us into that angle pass.
Bunch open for three. That one looks off.
Nice rebound by
Givens the
Emma again.
rebound. So still a 3-point game, under 6 minutes to go.
So now they're kind of baiting us into passing it over to Hackman, and we'll see.
Here's Stites.
Then they're going to trap.
That'll stay with Bella Vista. Bianca Bunch got her hand on it. A couple of substitutions coming in. Mackenzie Dean back in. And Bridget Nielsen. Anybody's ball game.
Yes,
There's
it
a
is.
3-point shot by Nielsen. That does not go.
Elise had a nice couple minutes there off the bench, or coming in there in that fourth quarter. She played well.
Blankenship the rebound. And Kusick now in possession. Works off the screen. That's a 2-point shot at the top of the key. The bank is open for Callie Kusick. 8 points on the night. Lead is 5. Givens loses possession. Ball will go over to El Dorado.
Emma Thompson played pretty well that segment too, so now we got our new group in. Bridget Nielsen playing well too, so it's good to get her back in the ball game.
Got a travel call. It was almost like Bianca Bunch couldn't decide whether she wanted to dribble or shoot or pass,
Right.
and wound up going up and down with it.
She didn't like the call, but she definitely kept her head that time, which is good to see.
Tomei
It's all right, we're going to get back in this.
getting ready for one of those to fall for
Me
her.
too. Me too. That would have been, that crowd would have went wild on that one.
So the lead is still 5 for El Dorado. Collision in backcourt there, away from the ball. Here's Blankenship to the baseline on Dean. Loose ball, that should go Bella Vista's way as it goes off Blake Eagle.
Mackenzie Dean's really been effective on that press at the back. He has that safety there, getting blocks and disrupting shots at the end. So she's played that position well.
Givens. Dean. Back to Givens. Givens closed off, triple teamed. Here's Hackman, free throw line. Heartbreaker. You just think those shots that are halfway down are going to go for you.
And it bounces out.
There's Deagle. Givens with a rebound. El Dorado is definitely missing Schneider.
Yep, for sure.
Broncos have had a lot of opportunities to cut this lead. There's Dean underneath. Now Tomei open on the baseline. She's got it.
Nice pass by
Trifecta
Mackenzie
time.
Dean. Nice shot by Ellie Tomei. That's what they've been
16
looking
points.
for. Yep.
16 points on the night for Ellie Tomei. Cuts the lead to 2.
Like we were talking about, that corner three, LA practices that a lot. Definitely paid off for her in that. She set her feet, got the good shot.
Yeah, they got a good pass to her, and again,
Yep.
she had time to throw to take that shot.
Yep, absolutely. She hit it in rhythm. It's good to see. So what do we got? 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Plenty of time.
Lots of time to go. Bella Vista, by the way, well, really, neither team has scored a lot here in the fourth quarter. There looks like, according to my numbers, that Bella Vista is outscoring El Dorado 5-2. So just a low-scoring quarter. We're 4.5 minutes in. These last 3 minutes and 30 seconds for Bella Vista. It's really important to value the possessions. Every possession, they need to come away with points if
Absolutely.
they can.
Yep, they do. They do every possession. They just need to build, you know, get a possession, like now take this opportunity to make a solid defensive stop.
And I tell you
and go
what,
from there.
this El Dorado team, this defense is really good. They just swarmed to the ball.
Absolutely, just tenacious.
Here's Tomei, thought about the three. She's bumped and loses possession. There will be a foul called. It'll be the third team foul.
Yep, this is what we talked about, George. You know, you hit that three, and now you make a defensive stop, and now you score a bucket, and it's tied.
It's like it was Emma Fulton that got called for the foul.
She's been everywhere, but little too quick to the ball that time.
Here's Tomei outside. Nielsen. One's a little too long. Loose ball on the ground. Cougars come up with it. That one's going to go out of bounds and over to Bella Vista.
Nice deflection by Bridget Nielsen again. She's
Just
played well.
Enough interference
Yes,
to
yes.
force the turnover. She has, you're right.
She
She's
has
played some
played
really
well.
good defense.
Yeah, she has.
Hackman to Dean. Dean underneath, double teamed. Here's Hackman open on the baseline. That one dances around and drops in.
Tied it up. See what the coach made that adjustment there.
Tomei gets a hand on it. Nearly out of bounds. There's a bad pass that Dean comes up with. Broncos could take the lead with the possession. Bianca Bunch.
Love to see it. That's great. That's great basketball right there. You could tell Coach told them in the huddle to not keep the ball too long and throw it right into Mackenzie Dean so they don't have time to trap.
So Bunch will stay out. I think she thought she was going to be subbed out. Looks like Addison Bear is now into the game. Broncos could take the lead.
Oh, good thought, but Hennifer, of course, is there.
Here's Bunch. Left side Bear, closed off. Bunch to the outside. Under 3 minutes to go. Kusick. High post it goes to Hennifer. Taking their time, 3 seconds on the shot clock. There goes the three. And Nielsen comes up with the rebound. Don't move that pivot foot, she didn't.
Let's get it back into Ellie's hand.
So
Yes.
close. Here's Tomei, collision, no call. Three-pointer, left side, Givens.
Big shot by Emma Givens right there. Big three in the corner.
Her first three-pointer of the season. Broncos by 3. Hennifer looks to drive to the baseline. Closed off there, loose ball. Nielsen comes up with it. Great defense, but they're going to call a travel on Nielsen.
Another disruption by Paige Hackman and a steal by Nielsen. Good to see.
And then speaking of disruptions, credit the El Dorado defense for causing the disruption near midcourt.
For sure.
When Nielsen had the ball and tried to get the pass off and they forced the travel.
Yep. A lot of these like low shot clock events, they normally would be going to Schneider. She's out right now, so another girl stepping up.
Fulton. In and underneath, Hennifer can't get it to go. Loose ball, still loose, controlled by Hackman. Broncos hoping to add to this. Here's Dean on the baseline. She puts it up and in.
Big shot, big pass by Ellie Tomei to Dean.
Mackenzie Dean, 10 points. And it looks like they're going to call the foul on Hackman.
Slow the ball down though. That was pretty good because they had a press break going right there that was really effective. So reset it over on the sideline. Kenzie Dean with a nice ovation as she exits the play.
All right, 1.5 to go. Here's Kusick. Bunch to the free throw line. BV's defense closing off the paths. We got a whistle.
3 seconds, right? Yep, 3 seconds.
Three in the key.
Kusick hesitated on that open three. That's what good defense does. It makes them double think before they take the shot.
Broncos by 5 in the season opener.
Nice heady play by Bridget Nielsen to get back. They see they put a press on them. We got lucky
They are
there.
going to give that
Yep.
to Bella Vista.
Deflected. We got lucky there. Hennifer
What
going
do
for
they
the
say?
ball.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky
Yes,
than good.
exactly.
And
That's what I always say.
Luck is on the side of both teams at times. Tomei, we approach 1 minute to go. Givens just made one from that spot a few moments ago. Loose ball. El Dorado controls, down 5. Nice job on the part of Givens to avoid the foul.
Yeah, it was good.
Colliding and almost riding the back of Bunch. Here's Kusick, pass deflected, taken away by the Broncos. Long pass goes to Nielsen. Nielsen in and gets her first varsity point.
Nice. Good time to have it, right? 35 seconds left.
Broncos by 7. 30 seconds to go.
All starts on the defensive end.
Down low it goes, looking for Hennifer. Loose ball, comes out. Bunch has it. Here's Kusick. She'll launch a long 3. Givens, or Fulton the rebound to Hennifer. That comes off. Macy Lee the rebound for Bella Vista.
Good
5
rebound by
seconds,
Macy
4
Lee.
seconds. Emma Tomei is going to weave her way through. They are going to call the foul as time expires. They're
called
going
it
to
off.
wave
Yep.
it off.
They're gonna
That
wave
is
it off.
the end of the game, and the Broncos come back and secure a 7-point win, 39-32 over El Dorado
Great
in the
win.
season opener.
Great heart by the girls there, by those Broncos. They played well in the fourth quarter. That's what we needed, right? Just have a better quarter than the previous one, and they showed that.
So you see it for real, not just on our score bug at the top, but there's the actual scoreboard here at Bella Vista High School that shows the 39-32 win, zeros on the clock in the fourth quarter as the Broncos come away with a big win tonight. And again, it looks like they completely shut down El Dorado in that fourth quarter. Looks like they only had 2 points.
Oh, wow. That'll do it. Just like
quarter.
the second quarter for the Broncos, right? Just repaid the favor. Love to see it. So happy for the Broncos picking up their first win, going 500 on the year, 1-1. Definitely, the freshman play. So excited about that. She
God, I
came
think
in.
we're frozen.
Oh, we are. Good spot. I'm like surprised. I'm looking at the scoreboard, probably just excited for these Broncos. Good to see.
All right, I think we can go back to the floor if our camera isn't going to be cooperating with us
There it is.
tonight. And there is the Bella Vista logo on the floor. But let's go ahead and run this down here. Ellie Tomei led the way with a couple of 3-pointers there. 10 points for Mackenzie Dean. 4 points for Paige Hackman, 3 for Emma Givens, that big 3-pointer that she had.
Big.
And then 2 each for Bridget Nielsen. She actually finished off the scoring, I believe.
Yep.
And then Macy Lee also had 2 points. 10 for Alana Schneider before she was injured. 8 points for Callie Kusick. And I think she was the only one that scored for them in the fourth quarter. 7 points for Kira Hennifer. And then 4 for Emma Fulton and 2 for Bianca Bunch. That
Yep.
you just feel bad for them because they missed Alana Schneider. Only 2 points in the fourth quarter for El Dorado. Part of that credit Bella Vista's defense.
Absolutely.
But you also the unknown is what might have been had Schneider not been injured. Maybe they still go cold.
For sure. You never know,
Bella Vista saw an opportunity,
runs.
though, to seize the victory tonight,
Yep.
and they did. And then they had some players come up big. Mackenzie Dean, not just with 4 fourth-quarter points and 10 overall, some key rebounds there, and some key rebounds and some key forced turnovers down the stretch.
Absolutely. It all started with that big 3 by Ellie Tomei. Then they got a defensive stop with a couple minutes left and scored a couple more buckets at the end to put it away. Like you mentioned the word opportunity, they took that opportunity and turned it into a W for the Broncos. I love to see it. So happy for them.
So let's talk about the future plans coming up for our broadcast here on BV Live Sports. For starters, tomorrow afternoon, the boys will be taking on Western Sierra Collegiate Academy of Rockland. That will be at 3:30 this afternoon. or tomorrow afternoon, I should say. We'll take the air right around 3:15. And so, if you're interested, obviously, in coming out to see the JV team play, they will also play tomorrow. They will be at 2. The freshmen do not have a game tomorrow. It looks like Western Sierra does not have a freshman team, so no freshman game tomorrow. The JV game should be at 2, and the boys' game, varsity game at 3:30. We'll have the varsity game for you right here on BV Live Sports. Now, also just taking a quick look, doing some future planning here as far as the schedule is concerned. We did mention during our broadcast that the BV girls, they are off all next week before returning to action on Tuesday the 3rd on the road, and then a tournament that following weekend. We will next see the BV Lady Broncos in mid-December. It'll be a home game against West Park on the 17th of December, and then we'll also have their game against Union Mine on Friday, the 20th of December, as we head towards the Christmas break there for the Bella Vista girls team. And as we mentioned, the boys, they're playing tomorrow against Western Sierra Collegiate Academy. They also have a game next Tuesday against Miraloma here at home. So our next 2 broadcasts will be boys games tomorrow and on Tuesday. And then, as we mentioned, our next girls broadcast will be on December 17th here for the Broncos. So we hope you join us then. Scott, good working with you again.
Likewise,
Looking forward
George.
to doing a few of these this year.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So once again, a successful opener for the Bella Vista Broncos. They win this one 39-32. And we hope you have a great weekend. Hope you can join us tomorrow for the boys game. For now, for Scott Hackman, I'm George Tharlson, JT Stewart, Julie Tharlson, Carson Allen, the rest of our crew tonight. Thank you for all of them for helping us out as well. And we hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you down the road. Good night, everyone.